Have you ever been in a situation with your parents where you're trying to explain something to them, and no matter how hard you try, they can't seem to understand? Or when they're trying to explain something to you, well, when you're a child, you can't understand? To me, this happens pretty frequently. And this made me start thinking of the differences between generations. But I thought it was deeper than an age gap. I thought it was more a difference in intuition, almost. So I started looking into some of the most simple scenarios that could make us different. So similar on the outside, but so different on the inside. Why didn't it make sense to me? Why didn't it make sense to them? I've seen many studies about this topic. Why are teenagers odd? What makes them special? But to me, I think they're missing a big point, and that's the influence of technology. Technology has made Generation Y much more fast-paced, much more risk-taking, and much more comfortable with split-second decisions. And while this makes us much more likely to jump into new opportunities, it also poses some risks. In observing my parents, I found that they were much more likely to think through every possibility, read over details, but they have the risk of overanalyzing. But directly on our generation, technology has made us much more connected. I can just as easily connect with someone in Spokane as I can around the world. My parents didn't have this technology until very recently, and with the miracles of social networking, they've been able to connect with some of their high school friends that they haven't seen in over 20 years. My grandfather recently ran into his best friend from high school after 60 years, over 7,000 miles away from where they used to live. While we see it as a convenience to have all these technologies available to us, many of the generations before us didn't have any of this, and so they see it as a breakthrough that we're now able to connect with so many different people. But while this changes it, does it make a huge difference? And in my opinion, yes. It makes a barrier between generations. It makes it much more difficult for generations to relate. While perception may change from generation to generation, it neither detracts nor adds to the change. It's just a change to acknowledge. And so next time you're in an argument with your child, try to acknowledge this from their point of view. Thank you.